Oh, it's the Fears Podcast. Oh, yeah. All right, enough of that bullshit. All right, Fears, audience, Fears. What's up? Shout out to the Fears fans. Shout out to the Fears Nation, the Fears Society, whatever you guys are called. Shout out to the Fears fans. Again, Fears has never, not once, came up with a name for you guys. But I don't know, maybe one day. But as of right now, you are the Fears fans. Anyway, I'm Fears. I'm your host. Welcome. I got a little bit of things on my mind I wanted to talk about, but some good, some bad. But anyway, yeah. Excuse me. Still getting over this cold. It's almost gone. Anyway, still have to take a few cough medicine, but I'm still doing all right. Anyway, cheers. I hope you guys have got your coffee a brewing. That's right. Shout out to the Fears fans. Let me open up the chat and see how you guys are doing. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing great. Today's been well, I would say it's not been a bad day, but it hasn't been a good day. I'd say it's been a nah kind of day, and I'm gonna go into it. So first of all, let me just open up the chat, and then we'll get a moseying. There we are. And hopefully LC can come in later. I don't know. I don't know what LC is doing, but hopefully he can come in, or maybe Visions can come in. Hopefully somebody can come in later. But anyway, let me tell you about my day. So first of all, the Fears Mobile is not doing too well. It was doing great. The Fears Mobile was doing all right. But all of a sudden, a check engine light came on, and I was like, no! So that means either tomorrow or Friday, I'm taking the Fears Mobile up to the dealership to see what the hell is going on. Because I don't know what is going on. But something must be going on if a check engine light comes on. But anyway, I got an oil change today, and then Fears ran over a nail. So that means what? That means a new tire. So I had to get it was my front right tire. So I don't know when I ran over the nail, within probably the last 2-3 days, something like that. So Fears had to pay for a new tire today. And how much was that tire? Oh man, $196. Oh my lord. But I'm a responsible adult, and I had to pay that. So that wasn't good. Yo, Joy Boy says, yo, bung it up. Yeah, I've definitely been bunging it up today. I've definitely been bunging it up. I almost threw up over that price. I was like, 196. I'm like, listen, I don't need fucking Transformer tires. I'm like, do you have anything cheaper? And she's like, no, unfortunately, like this is the tire that your car needs. And I was like, okay. Again, I was super nice though. I asked politely, I said, is there anything cheaper? Come on. And then she was so sweet. She was like, no, unfortunately, no. And I was like, oh, okay. But in my mind, I'm like, son of a bitch, $196 for a new tire? Oh, lordy. Yo, Visions says, bunger. Right? Bunger? Bung it up. Bung, chung, rung, sung, lung, mung, kung, dung. You know what I'm talking about. One of these days, Visions. See, now, Visions, now listen. I'm a man of my word. The next convention, I am wearing that bungin' t-shirt. Oh yeah. Basically, what Visions did, he's a genius. And he copied and pasted our conversation and put it on a t-shirt. Right? But Visions, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I've got an inspiration. I've got an idea. And then Vision's like, oh God, what now, Fears? Listen, sometimes my ideas are gold, and I will admit, sometimes my ideas are not gold. But like, listen, the anime bullshit t-shirt, even though it didn't get a lot of sales, you got to admit, it was still pretty, it was fucking bunging, man. It was bunging it up. It was going nuts. It was going ballistic. That was a pretty good idea. I just have this vision of a shirt that says like may the bung be with you, and then underneath it goes on forever, like bung sung long mung chung dung rung mung lung sung dung, like all the way down the fucking shirt, kind of like that Willy Wonka, like you know that thing like where you're watching Willy Wonka and all the kids like they sign that document and it starts really big at the top, and then that document that they sign, it gets littler and littler and littler and littler as they go. That's what I thought about, like the bung lung mung sung kung dung shirt. That's what it should be at some point, someday. I don't know. I'll definitely pay some money one day and have Visions do a commission about that, because that would be pretty bitchin'. Anyway, but Visions, don't get me wrong. I love the shirt that you made for me. No one is gonna know what the hell it's on about when I go to the convention. When I go to the convention, they're gonna be like, Fears, we thought we were confused over the Crohn's t-shirt. What the fuck is this? And I mean, like, listen, you don't need to know what it is. It's an inside joke between me and my fans, me and my good buddy Visions, and that's all that needs to know about it. But I cannot wait. Hopefully I can get their reactions on camera. Let's hope. Let's hope. Anyway, Joy Boy says, more than meets the eye, buddy. Listen, for $196, I was bunging it up. I was like, ooh, it was pretty bad. But again, I needed the tire because I could hear. I went out to my car and I could hear some hissing. And I looked down and my tire, it wasn't flat, but it was getting there. And I was like, oh shit. So, and they pulled the nail out, and it was a fairly decent sized nail. It was probably from like here to here. So it was. They were like, "Oh, you were in need of a new tire," and I was like, but again, yesterday, like when I came home from work, it seemed like it was fine. So I'm thinking on the way home from work yesterday, maybe that's when it happened. I don't know, but anyway, it's fixed. But now this check engine light, I'm like, what the hell is going on with the check engine light? So now the Fears mobile is going to have to be taken in to the garage, and I'm hoping it's not thousands of dollars. I hope, pretty please. God, I love you. We're homies. We're buddies. Just cut Fears a break. Just cut me a break. I hope it isn't. Listen, I love the Fears mobile, but whenever the check engine light comes on, I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Anyway, but we've all been there. Don't you hate that check engine light, man? Good Lord. Anyway, speaking of work was utterly fantastic yesterday. It was like everything was going smooth. The only thing with work, though, is now that the Christmas rush is over, we're getting less hours, which sucks. Like, it all depends on how much bulk we have. Or, well, bulk's the wrong word. How many boxes we have. So I'll give you an example. Around Christmas time, we were doing like 95,000 boxes, 100,000 boxes. One time we did 130,000 boxes, that's a pretty busy night. Last night, we only had 45,000. So I started like at 3, and I was out of there by like 7:45. So that's a short night. It was a good night, but it was a short night. I mean, but I'll be honest. I had so much fun at work last night. Like everything was cool. Everything was chilling. I talked to Sam because sometimes I see Sam and sometimes I don't. As I'm leaving, sometimes Sam is coming in. So if we end up like Visions, like I was telling Visions and I was telling everybody, if I see Sam, usually I clock out and then I'll go over and talk to Sam for like 5-10 minutes, before I drive home. And so yo, Demon Gaming says, "Hi, I'm PS4 gamer." Well, are you PS4 gamer or are you Demon Gaming? Because that's what your profile says. Anyway, to make a long story short, Visions and everybody else, Sam's doing good. Sam's doing good. It just is. I wish we had some more hours. But again, that's just me bitching and complaining. I try not to bitch. I try not to complain, but I just wish, like have us come in like at 1:00 in the morning or 2, get some more hours in. So hopefully I can pick up a shift here or there. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. But besides that, it works fine. Like I said, last night was so much fun. Everything went smooth sailing. I got all my packages done. I got everything organized. Everything was good. I was on top of things. And they were like, "Hey, Fears, you want to go home early?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "Keep me until we're done." And they're like, "All right, cool." They're like, "Hey, good job, Fears." And I was like, "Right on, cool." So I stayed until they said, "Hey, get the hell out of here, Fears." Now, I will admit, sometimes in the past, sometimes I have went home early, but not anytime recently, But anyway, so yeah, Hood Rat. Wow, that is quite the title. Hood Rat Smasher. Been watching Heroes and decided to swing by and see what all the fuss is about. Hello. Well, hello, Hood Rat Smasher. My name's Fears. I'm good friends with LC. I love LC's channel. By the way, if you have not followed my buddy, my pal, follow Heroes and Villains Collectibles on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. He makes great content, by the way. Way better content than me. Fears has been, I'll be honest, I've been kind of on a dry spell. Not a lot of content has been produced. Well, last week I had an excuse. This week I've had no excuse except for me being lazy and uninspired. Last week I was sicker than a dog, thank God I feel better today. I mean, this week. Last week, Visions can attest to this. I told Visions all about it. So if you guys want to know, ask Visions. But Visions, I told everybody I don't know who gave me the flu, but it was like the sickness that came up through the ground, went into Fears' nose, went into my mouth, and I was coughing. I was throwing up. It was bad. I mean, religiously bad. I almost wanted to die. I almost did die. I mean, I know I'm over dramatizing that, but I felt fucking horrible. I almost was like, "Hey, guess what? Good news. I'm going to puke in my fucking hat and throw it out the goddamn window." That's how bad it was. I mean, it was pretty bad. But I'm alive. I'm here. I'm okay. It was nuts. It was pretty nuts. So anyway, I hope you guys have been having a good week. Like I said, my week, it's been all right. Besides paying for that tire, it's been all right. And besides the check engine light, I don't know what's going on with all that. I'll have to take it up to my dealership and see what's going on. Oh my God, Callie, out of nowhere. Callie has not been here in ages. Wow. Good to see you, Callie. Where the hell have you been? Where have you been? Jesus. Hood Rat says, "Sorry to hear you were sick. Do you think somebody got you sick on purpose?" Probably not on purpose. So yeah. Yo, Cameo Man, I definitely want you to come in. I'm gonna send Randel the link, see what's up with good old Randel. Because I haven't had Randel in a call in quite a while. My gosh, Callie. Oh, Callie. Callie says Mr. Lannard had me locked up in the basement. I don't even know who Mr. Lannard is, nor do I care. I heard crazy things about Mr. Lannard, and I don't want to associate with him, Callie. I heard a lot of crazy. I heard he was like Matt Man on crack, so not people that I like to associate with. Could care less about Matt Man, could care less about Mr. Lantern. They're both blocked. Let's just not bring them up. they're idiots, and they're disgusting, because they're all into that pedophilia shit or whatever the fuck they do. So, ew. All right, I'm going to send Randall the linkage. So, all right. So we'll see. We'll see what's up with good old Randall. Well, I want to hear about Randall's book. Yeah, Randall's been writing a book recently, or it's out. I'm gonna have to get the details, but I haven't. Randall's been busy. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, but we're gonna talk to him right now. Kind of get the inside scoop, get the update, see what's going on. I'm gonna have him on for a little while, and then I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about, and yeah, so I'll put what I was talking about on hold for a second, and we'll hang out with Randall for a little bit. All right. So, Randall, boom, there's the link. Check it out. I sent it to you on Facebook. Come in, buddy, whenever you're ready. Hopefully, Randall's got some good news to tell us about the book. So, yeah. So, come on in, dude. So, while we're waiting for Randall, like I said, it's been a hell of a week. Because I really didn't want to pay $196 for a new tire, but, there it is. It was my own fault. It was nobody's fault. I ran over a nail, so there it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's one of those things that happens. All right. Randall's coming in soon. So, yeah. And again, I hope everyone's been having a wonderful week. I just hope whenever I take my car into the dealership, this check engine light is kind of getting I'm not freaked out about it, but it could go good or bad. It could be something minor, or be like, hey, Fears, guess what? Good news, sport. Pay $6,000. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you guys abreast of the situation. Anyway, hopefully Randall will come in soon. I sent him the link. Let me give him a call. Let me give old Randall a call. Lord Randall. Oh, there he is. I was just about to call him. There he is. Lord Randall, how
Fears, I literally was on here right when you said, I don't know what's up with Randall. I'm about to give Randall a call. Just look at your screen, dude. I'm right there, man.
I didn't know. I turned and to grab my phone, and then when I came back, I was like, oh, never mind. There he is. I just wanted to make sure you were still coming in. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Randall, shout out to you. Shout out to the fans. Randall, I'm going to click on you. Kind of give us an update. I know you told me a little bit about the new book. I saw the cover. The cover looked absolutely fantastic, my friend. And guys, I'm not just saying that because Randall's my friend. It actually looks really good. Tell everyone about the cover. Tell everyone about the new book, and tell everybody what the new book's all about. Let me click it on you. The floor is yours, my friend.
The book is out, Fears, and it's called The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. The first half of the book is all about presentation and tricks that you can like little presentation tricks that you got, and it gives you a few jokes that you can say, and then the second half of the book are 14 original tricks. Nobody does these tricks but me, because I'm the one who made it up, and it's out right now. And then I just published the 13 common fiction writing mistakes last month, so those are both out right now. And I've even worked in a little trick that I can do with the cover and the back cover of the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. Nice. Maybe I'll show you sometime.
So can you tell the fans what the 13 mistake? What can you tell them the cover of that one, and then can you tell us the cover of the Magic book? Like what do the covers look like?
The covers have the titles on them. The 13 mistakes is kind of like in a chalk kind of writing, and then the cover of the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic has a magic hat with some cards on it and some cards on the back.
And how and where can they get these books, and how much are they for sale?
They can get them on Amazon.com. The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic is $5.99. A normal book will run you about like $9 to $12. So it's a really small book. But again, it's got some tricks that only I do, because I've made or improvised every trick in that book. And I've got tons of different handlings and like presentations that you can use. And the presentations show you how to turn a dumb, stupid trick into something really cool and neat.
Nice. Well, Randall, I cannot wait to get a copy of Z Books.
Yeah.
Because so far I've gotten the little memory book, and I need to get more of your books.
Yeah. Well, Vision said he was going to buy 100 copies and send them to you, Fears, so you could sell them.
Really?
Me. No, I'm just kidding. Remember that time Vision said, "Oh, I got $300 worth of coffee, Fears."
Oh no, it was 3,000. He was scared the shit out of me. He made me believe it it was like the greatest prank ever. He made it.
I know you were on pins and needles for a long time.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say pins and needles. I was scared. He's like, Fears, I'm gonna need that money. He's like, I invested a lot, Fears. I said, I don't have that much money. I'm not like liquid. I'm not like fucking platinum. He's like, Fears, yeah, you are. He's like,
what's up, Tender? What's up, Pretend Stories? What's up, Exhumed Visions? Tender Immortal. Good times, he says.
I know it was good times. It was good times for him. I got to admit, Visions, he was a son of a bitch for doing it, but I got to say, he was a lovable son of a bitch because that was a great prank. I mean, Visions, I'm tipping my hat off to you. That was a great prank. And I love Visions. There's no hard feelings. Me and him, we're still good buddies. I love him like a brother. But man, he had me hook, line, and sinker. That's probably one of the greatest pranks anyone's ever pulled on me, Randall.
Yeah, he had you on the line for a while.
Yeah, because he kept going. He's like, Fears. He's like, man, I'm going to lose all my business. And like, he was really like sympathetic. And he's like, I'm going to lose my business. And he's like, what if my girlfriend leaves me and I need that money back, man? And like, what the hell am I going to do? Like,
Visions, I just want to say right here, right now, if you want me to make some commissions for you, just tell me what you want. I'll buy some commissions for Vision if it's like $5 or $15. So Visions, if you want me to make some Fearsman commissions on Fiverr, or if you want me to get somebody to do something, just shoot me your idea in the chat.
I was going to ask what type of commissions that you were talking about, Randall.
I don't know, like Rick and Morty commissions, or like a comic book type, like really professional comic book image.
Randall, I cannot wait to put Visions in the Fearsman cartoon because
what is Exhumed Visions going to be?
Well, I kind of know what Visions looks like. He sent me a music video in black and white of him like singing or something, right? Visions, and it kind of showed his face. I know he has short hair, but that's all I know. But I think we should just, since his profile picture is a skeleton, I think we should just have a skeleton walking around, like an Exhumed Visions skeleton from head to toe.
Yeah.
But really, it's whatever Visions wants. I mean, like, I'm going to ask Visions, yo, you want to be a villain? You want to be a good guy?
Well, let's ask villains right now. Put it in the chat. Visions, all right, Visions, whatever you want to be.
Visions, whenever we get to you, because we're almost done with episode 5. We're getting there. What would you want to be in the cartoon? Would you want to be a good guy, a bad guy? What would you want to look like? What would you want to be? What would you want to do? Because I try to get, Randall, I'm going to try to get almost everybody at least a cameo from, in the cartoon from the community at some point,
Yeah.
Like at some point we're going to get Tinder Immortal in there, but see, she's easy. I know what she like. I know what she looks like, and you know what she looks like. And we can make her into like her clown.
Actually, I don't know if I remember Tinder Immortal. I know she comments all the time, but I don't know if I remember what she looks like.
Oh,
my! You're gonna have to like get a screen grab or something for me.
Read this. Hang on. Read what he's just said. Oh man!
I want to be a transvestite camper. All right, cool. Yeah.
No. You want to be Angela's like sister, Angela's daughter, Randall? That was some gross stuff.
Yeah.
So she's a he/she. She's standing by the lake with her dead boyfriend. She gets up. She's got an erected.
Yeah, I saw the movie, Fears.
She's got an erected penis. Tons of hair all over her body. This is not good. Visions, I don't know. Like, listen, I love you, buddy. I don't know if I could do that to Visions. I don't know if
that's one of those movies that you couldn't get away with today. They would be canceled immediately.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in that movie, Randall. All right. Yeah. Like, all right, creepy aunt.
Yeah.
transvestite stuff, incest. Then there's the cook, the big fat.
I'm surprised that movie isn't getting canceled anyways with
right,
that scene.
Visions. Then you got the big fat cook that's like trying to get on Angela. So there's pedophilia shit in there. I mean, there's a lot going on in that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, I look at a lot of movies from the 80s and the 90s, and I'm like, oh, couldn't do that shit today.
Listen,
people would be jumping all over it. Like
Randel, and not
Mrs. Doubtfire, that one couldn't fly today.
Well, that one's a comedy. That one could probably flow today.
No, there were some scenes of that movie that they would not let.
I don't know, like that one, Mrs. Doubtfire. That's not
the scene where like he's taking a piss and his kid looks at his dick. No, that wouldn't fly today.
I don't know.
That would not fly. That would get it banned and canceled.
Let me just say this, Randall. I guarantee it, Mrs. Doubtfire would happen way before Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. Because there's so much stuff going on there. Like, the guy, he's swimming in the lake, and all of a sudden, like, she bobbles her little head up, drowns the guy. And then the next scene, there's like snakes, like whizzing in and out of his nose and his mouth. Oh my god, there's a lot.
I'm looking at tons of 80s and 90s movies, and I'm like, nope, that wouldn't fly today. Nope, that wouldn't fly today. Nope, that wouldn't fly today.
Some of the death scenes in like the Friday the 13th, like one of the best ones, Randall. And it's one of Kane Hodder's best ones. I've asked him because I've met him twice. Guys, let me say this. The nicest dude ever. Coolest guy ever. He was like, yeah, Fears, whatever. Ask me whatever you want. I interviewed him. Coolest, nicest guy. I said, give me like your favorite death, like that you've done, that you've killed someone like on screen. And he said, honestly, he goes, my favorite death is not even Jason. He goes, I've got two favorite deaths. He played that Victor guy, in Hatchet. And he said that's his favorite one. He went up to some girl and pretty much like opened up her jaw and like just ripped her apart. Like he went like this and just ripped her jaw open. And he said, that's my favorite one. He goes, my favorite Jason one is that simple one where I go up to the yellow tent, I take the machete, I go like that, cut open the tent, grab the girl out of the tent, she's in the sleeping bag. And then
Pretend story times is killing me.
Wait a minute. Read this one.
I want to be the evil storyteller where I bore you to death with senseless stories.
Is that a jab to me?
I don't know.
Is that a jab?
Could be a jab to me. I don't know.
Well, Randall is not a senseless storyteller, and I have great stories. My stories are fantastic, so I don't know what the hell you're on about.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we could have pretend stories as the narrator, Randall.
I am going to be doing some upcoming streams where I go over the psychology in some of my scripts. Because, I mean, like, I know a lot of people don't think this, and they think, oh, Randy's just got some dumb stories. I actually do put a lot of psychology and neurolinguistic programming and cognitive behavioral therapy and solution.
Randall, you are a great storyteller. Yeah. Anytime, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Anytime I'm stumped on Fears Man, I'm like, Randy, give me an idea. Randy will take 5 minutes and fucking pure genius will come out. And Randall, I'm being honest. I'm not just saying that.
Sometimes I need an hour, but yeah.
But you know what I mean? Within an hour, Randall can create some great stuff. And I'm not just saying that because you're my friend. You are my buddy. You're my pal. I love you like a brother. But you come up with some good shit.
Yeah.
Like it was your idea for, hey, let's do a parody of this. And at first we were just going to do a parody of Superman. But then you're like, Fierce, why stop there? He goes, why don't we just parody all superheroes? And I was like, that's fantastic. He goes, we'll steal a little bit from the Fantastic Four. We'll steal a little bit from Batman. We'll steal a little bit from this.
Now Exhumed Vision says, portray me as a buff guy with Downs.
Downs? What does that mean? Down?
I think he meant to put Down syndrome.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. What is Visions talking about? Visions. See, Visions has got
I could be totally wrong. Visions, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Visions, I'm telling you, Randall, he's got that dark humor just like you, man. I love Visions can make me fucking lose my mind. Visions is great.
Well, like one day I watched myself and I was wondering like, what is my brand of comedy? And I broke it down to 12 things. I don't have the list, but dark humor was one of them.
Randall, listen, you definitely have got some dark humor, but I love it though.
Yeah.
I love the dark humor. Like, I won't go into the stories and stuff, but
Yeah.
I could tell you some stories, guys. Randall has got some legendary.
Maybe don't.
I'm not. I'm gonna
Because
spare.
the dark humor tends to get me in trouble sometimes. So
I'm gonna spare everybody, and I don't want to get you in trouble, man. But some of the stories I've heard, Randall's told me, and I've lost my mind. Anyway, no, Pretend Story says, wasn't a jab at anyone. That's what I would be in the Fears universe. All right. Well, if you wanted to be Randall, I could all right, picture this. All of a sudden, instead of you being the narrator, we have Pretend Stories come on, and he said he wants to be the evil storyteller. So we have him do like an evil laugh, like
Skylar, we welcome everybody of all genders, no matter what gender it is. We welcome everybody.
Yeah, Skylar, we were talking about something totally different. Like, I don't care if your girlfriend's transgender. Visions was talking about Sleepaway Camp, and that's what's in there. So yeah, no, but Randall, I'm thinking about this. If Pretend Stories really wants to be the evil storyteller, we should have him do like an evil voice, an evil narration.
Well, what I mean, you thought it was a jab, but I thought it could have been like the
No, I didn't.
The merchant. He's evil because he's selling guns and
there you go,
profiting off of people. He's like, hey, do the merchant.
What are you buying? Well, what are you selling? Come back anytime. But see, he doesn't have the voice though. I want to be if anyone's playing the merchant, I got to be selfish and I'm playing the merchant.
Yeah,
you know. And Randall, he's really easy to draw. He's got a black trench coat on with a purple, bandana around his face.
Yeah.
And then he's got he's got.
And the fact that his mouth is covered means I wouldn't have to do any lip sync.
Exactly, and he's got some crazy eyes because
let me tell you, everybody out there, in animation, doing the lip sync is the absolute worst. I hate lip syncing.
Yeah, so that's why it's took me and Randall so long. Plus, for a while, I didn't want to do anything, because the death of my dad. And I said, Randall, we're taking a break from everything,
Yeah, lip syncing is a tedious bitch.
So yeah. So anyway, it was a whole thing. So yeah. So, but I'm glad that update on the computer. Can you say?
I am going to wait until February.
Give me 1 second, Randall. Pretend Story says, gotta run, need to eat, take care. All right, Pretend Stories. See you later. Pretend Stories, we will work on that evil villain narration for you, buddy. Because I
have some good food, Pretend.
Randall, I'm being honest. I've talked to Pretend Story off camera, and he said he really wants to be in the cartoon. So we got to get. We'll find something for him. I don't know what, but we'll find something for him.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, what were we on about? I can't remember.
I think I was talking about I'm gonna do an upcoming video where I go over the psychology of some of the characters and a lot of the solution focused brief therapy techniques that my characters employ, and a lot of the different NLP tricks and techniques that I employ and weave in throughout my storylines. Because I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize how much psychology goes into my stories, because I don't just dump them onto a page. I think them out really carefully. And it's like the first episode of Fears Man, how I put so much stuff in that. Mm-hmm. We did a video of all the little Easter eggs and hidden goodies in there, and I think we went on for an hour and a half, didn't we?
It was so many Easter eggs in.
It was longer than the actual video.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be. Is there any Easter eggs in episode 5?
What's up, Larry Tate? Yeah, there are a few Easter eggs in episode 5. A lot of the names on the chalkboard in the office are people right. I know.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Then there's some names that we don't want to say, on the tombstones and all that kind of stuff. So every type of cartoon, me and Randall try to put a good message in, but we also try to put some Easter eggs in there. Randall puts 26 all through the episode because that's Fears Man 26. That's my channel. And Randall, you've hidden it. You've hidden the number 26 everywhere throughout each episode.
Yeah, the number of panes. There's 2 rows of panes and then 6 columns.
Yeah, and then there's literally like you put a 26 on someone's license plate one time, then on someone's like ID badge, like in the security depot, like where Kenneth Clark works, it was like John Dell 26, I don't know, something like that. He's got them all over.
No, Skylar Wolf, I don't like. I mean, I did name my book "Every Day Is Magic," but I'm not a fan of My Little Pony. I watched one episode just to like try it out, but no, I'm not a Pinkie Pie fan. Not really a My Little Pony fan.
Tyler, if Randall is anything, he is the magic guy.
Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man are my jam, and Iron Man.
But besides that, I'm saying like besides Marvel and DC, Randall loves magic. Like
Yeah.
like Randall, if you ever like got to Hollywood, I could picture you. If someone was like, if someone came up to you from DC or Marvel and said, "Hey, Randall, pitches an idea where you could where you yourself as a superhero." Randall would come up with something like Magic Man or something because I know you would do something with magic, Randall. I know you would because that's.
Well, I mean, when I was living in Daytona, I was thinking on taking two monikers. There's two hot streets in Daytona. There's Seabreeze and Main Street. So if I were to like make a YouTube series of me like going down Main Street and doing stuff, I would be the mentalist of Main Street. And then, like, if I went up and down Seabreeze, I would bill myself as the psychic of Seabreeze.
Now, you took me. You've took me down Main Street before.
Yeah,
but I don't think I've ever went to Seabreeze. Have we ever went there?
We drove through there. We didn't stop anywhere and do anything.
Okay. I know we've stopped.
I think we had too much to do.
I know we stopped on Main Street and checked that out. That was a great street. It's right by the beach. There's tons of shops. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really nice area, so, and you said you used to live near there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I used to live really close to both Main Street and Seabreeze, which, and those are the hot spots in Daytona. Those are the streets that you want to be on those streets during Bike Week. You want to be on those streets during Biketoberfest. You want to be on those streets during the car shows and stuff.
And that's one thing that I've never. I think I went to Daytona Bike Week once, Randall, when I was like in my teens, but we did it by accident. Like me and my family was down here for vacation, and we went to the beach one day, and my dad was like, "Oh, hey, like they're doing Daytona Bike Week." So it was literally by chance, I think. But since I live here now, I would love to like come down and hang out with you and check out Daytona Bike. When do they actually do that? When do they do that?
Biketoberfest is in October. I don't know what week Bike Week is or any of that, but Larry Tate, my goal is to move to Las Vegas. I definitely want to move back to Vegas because my magic would go over like gangbusters in Vegas. And then Skylar Wolf asked me, "Do you ever draw any furry characters in your comics?" No, not really. I used to way back when I was like 13 or 14, but I grew out of that a long time ago.
I actually misread it, Randall. I thought he said, "Do you ever draw any funny characters?" Because I was about to say yes, but no furry characters, either in my cartoon or Randy's. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we did draw Sega Camp, but he didn't like it, so we had to edit him out.
Yeah, but you know what?
I was really sad too because I spent a lot of time and energy on Sega Camp's transformation.
I did. I mean, I loved having the Wear Camp in there, but to keep the peace, we took Sega out. But I'll be honest, Randall, me and Sega are actually getting along, and we're friends again. Things are going well.
That's good. Tell him I said hi.
I will. The next time I have him on camera, I haven't had him on in a while, but the next time I have him on, I'll be like, "Hey, Randall says hi." You never know. Maybe Sega can come back into the cartoon one day. That would be really cool,
Yeah, I would really like to have that scene back in the cartoon because, again, I spent a boatload of time on those drawings.
Maybe not that one, but like we could have him in some new form. But yeah, I could talk to him about it, but we'll see. One step at a time, my friend. So, what else has been going on, Randall? What else have you been up to?
Got a lot of script work. Got
Nice.
a lot of pots in the fires, and then I've got the novel coming up, which it's based on a Dr. Phil episode, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't
Okay.
want to say any more than that because I don't want to give the story away. But it's based on a famous Dr. Phil episode, and
Nice.
yeah.
Randall, since you brought up Dr. Phil, two things. One, we have got to put evil Dr. Phil again back in the cartoon.
Yeah, I really liked that character.
That's what I'm talking about when it comes to Randall's dark humor. Randall, on a whim, was like, Fierce, I've got an idea. Just go with me on it. And I went, all right. And then you're like, can I put Dr.
Actually, I think I drew it first, and then you commented on it, and you're like, "Who is that?" You're like,
That's
"Is
right.
that Dr. Phil?" And
That's
I was
right.
like, "Yep, it is."
Yeah.
Dr.
So Randall drew it, thinking that maybe Fierce would like it, maybe I wouldn't like it. And then I said, Randall, is that Dr. Phil? And you're like, yeah. You're like, Fierce, I have an idea. Just go with me on this. And I went, okay. The cartoon comes out. I start laughing, and then I'm like, Randall, he's got a mask on. Is that evil Dr. Phil? And then he went, oh, that's right, Fierce. And I went, that's fucking goddamn genius.
You know, my mom keeps thinking that Dr. Phil is Captain Kangaroo in disguise.
Randall, we have got to have him back in. I don't care what he does, because he's actually still alive. Because remember, we killed off his henchman, but then he's like, oh, I got to get the hell out of Dodge, and then you see him run away. So we got to have evil Dr. Phil come in again somehow, some way. I don't know how, but we'll get him back in there.
You may need to delete a few people on the chat.
Who?
I don't want to say.
Write it in Facebook, Randall.
All right.
Yeah, I got rid of the Omega, whatever thing it was.
I'm still seeing them.
I'm trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of it. Larry says, why doesn't he want to be in the comic? Kind of rude to waste Randy. Well, no, it wasn't rude, Larry. He wanted to be in it, and then me and Sega got into it. We had a big argument, and then we took him out, and it was a whole other thing. So I don't want to bring up bad times. I don't think Sega would have a problem with it today, but back in the day, out of politeness and out of like me, I didn't want to start any stuff. So I asked Randy, hey, can we just take, Sega out? So I don't know. Maybe Sega would want to be in it later on. I haven't really asked him, Randall. So maybe one day, whenever Sega's on next time, or the next time I talk to him off camera, I'll run it by him like, hey, do you ever want to be, back in the cartoon? And if he does, that's great. If he doesn't, no harm, no foul. If he doesn't want to be in it, no worries,
Yeah.
So it's up to Sega. So yeah, anyway. So Randall, how's your mom doing? I forgot to ask. Is she doing all right?
Not good. I can't tell you exactly what's going on, but she's not in good shape. She's walking around and she's doing stuff, and she's going around the house. But yeah, she's well, I don't want to say, but
I understand. No, tell her I hope she feels better and give her a big hug for me. And I wish her the best. I really do.
Okay.
So hopefully she gets better soon. And yeah. So anyway, Randall, I've got some big news. Next Tuesday, me and Sam are finally going. I forgot to tell all you guys, we're going to finally solve it, Randall. Finally, Sam's been busy. I've been busy, and we haven't had a chance, but we're going to finally. We were supposed to do it a week ago, but I got sick. We're going to be doing the final frontier, the final hurrah, guys. We're going to finally do our miniature golf match. So
yeah. The hot ones people want me on their show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Randall. No way. I was like, dude, Randall, I so wanted that to be true, because I was like, look, if you get on there, put a good word in for me, because I'm like, even though I'll probably throw up, I want to be on their show. I love hot ones.
Yeah.
Even though my stomach would probably collide, and it would be from the fiery pits of hell, I would go through it.
The guys, I mean, like the guys actually had some really, really super cool people on there. They had Scarlett Johansson on there. They had Aubrey Plaza on there. You know.
Will Ferrell has been on there. I mean, he's had tons of celebrities. I
could just see him screaming his head off, being like, "Son of a raven, this is fucking hot."
I would do anything to get on that guy's show, because one episode on his show, Randall, you would get tons of views and tons of subscribers.
Yeah.
I would get tons of views and tons of subscribers. And it would be worth a couple of days of gut ache. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the same thing with Dr. Phil, like a lot of people who try to make it on YouTube go on Dr. Phil, and like before Dr. Phil, there's nothing. But after Dr. Phil, they've got like thousands of viewers. Because there's this one guy who he was pretending to be a robot 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
And he wouldn't talk to his mom like normally. He would be like, yes, woman, thank you, affirmative, we shall be doing that. And like 24/7 nonstop.
All the time. Randall, I'm subscribed to that guy's channel. I know who you're talking about.
He would never break character. Like all day, every day, he would just be like moving like a robot, talking like a robot. There would be no time during the day where he would like lapse in his acting shtick.
The funny thing is he has a YouTube, and every time he goes live, he still has that persona. I've never seen him act normal. He's always like, and he's always doing this, and he's always like, welcome, to my universe, and welcome, about this, and he acts like a total robot. Randall, what happened to your camera?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So that guy is, I don't know what's going on with that guy, but Randall, I wanted to, before you go, I wanted to ask you,
I don't have to go, Fierce. I don't have.
What's your favorite episode of Dr. Phil?
Let's see. One of my favorite episodes is, I'll give you the top three. Number one, actually, let me go in reverse order. There was one woman who claimed her baby was Jesus, and she had like sonograms, and they said, no, it's just gas. There's nothing there. And she's like, no, it's Jesus. I know it's Jesus. Wow. You can't convince me not. Okay. And then second favorite is, going backwards. Second favorite is the sexy vegan. And, he's a hardcore vegan.
Okay.
He goes out to the California streets. He takes a full-length mirror with him everywhere he goes so he can look at himself. And he's got like he tattooed a star, and he shaved off his eyebrows, and he's got tattoos for eyebrows, and like he's got a tattoo across his face that says vegan.
Okay.
And then I gotta say that my favorite one is let's see, what was it?
I've got two favorite, but I'll let you go first.
The Catch Me Outside girl. She's pretty funny and hilarious.
Catch Me Outside.
And she's been on YouTube. She's been on Dr. Phil a few times.
Catch Me Outside. What's her?
She's like, catch me outside. How about that? How about that?
Oh yeah. The wannabe gangster girl. Yeah, I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen her.
And she was talking shit to Dr. Phil the entire show, and he's like, "Did you ever finish high school, ma'am?"
Oh, and then
like, what? I was like, did you ever finish the 5th grade? And she's like, yeah, I went to 9th, but what about it?
And then I remember she said this. She goes, without me, you would have been nothing. She goes, I made you, Dr. Phil. I made you. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Phil's like, well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you do realize that I've been doing this show before you were born. She's like, yeah, but she goes, that don't matter. She goes, none of that was relevant until I came on the show. I made your show, biatch.
I remember one time he told her, look on the walls, ma'am. Look on the walls. Whose name is on the walls?
Oh,
is
yeah.
That your name, or is that my name? I think that's my name.
Pretend story says he's back and he had a chicken breast. Dude, that sounds actually really good for dinner. I haven't had any dinner yet. So, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So, my two favorite, the wannabe superhero guy. Remember that guy where he was like, by day, my name is Jordan. By night, and he was like, I'm the Mask Avenger. And he basically took different parts of different superhero suits. Like he had like the gloves of Spider-Man on, and then he had Batman's mask on, and it was just his own little creation. And he called himself, it was the Mask something. It was like the Mask Avenger guy, something like that. I can't remember what his name was. And he had a girlfriend, and they were about to get married, and she could not take it. She goes, "It's either the costume or it's me."
Oh yeah. And she said he spent the most of the day in the costume, and like when he got out of the costume, it was like soup.
Yeah. And then he was
Like
like,
he wore the costume so much he would sweat profusely and he would just
yeah,
stink.
yeah.
And yeah.
And she's like, "I want my boyfriend back." Like he's almost 41 and we're about to get married, and like it's time to put this. She goes, "I don't care. Like he can go to Comic-Con, he can watch superhero movies, he can collect the collect." And then I remember she said, "I would rather him collect the collectibles than to wear this dumbass suit all around." She goes, "It's embarrassing," and da 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 da. So that one was funny. And then the other one was the rich bitch. Remember her? The rich.
Oh, the woman with the G-Wagon. She wanted the
I got
G-Wagon.
to have my G-Wagon. Like, if I don't have my G-Wagon, then fuck you and fuck everybody. I need my fucking G-Wagon.
And then Dr. Phil was like, "Why don't you get a job and buy your own G-Wagon?" She's like, "A job?"
Yeah. She starts crying. She's
fake crying. She wasn't actually crying. She
was,
didn't want to get a job.
No, she's a lazy, like, bitch. Like, she was like, "It'd be so much work. I don't want to work."
And then he's like, "Well, why don't we just, get some volunteer work, take you down to a soup kitchen or something?" And she's like,
listen, she did the soup kitchen, but what was great about it is she was crying and laughing at the same time. Like sometimes she's like, "Wow, I actually like helping people." And then she's like, "Wait a minute, helping people?"
Yes, Larry Tate. I did used to watch the show Dukes of Hazzard, but that's like that's one of the shows that I only watched in the 80s, like MacGyver or what was the one with Mr. T? What was that one? The A-Team.
The A-Team.
A lot of those shows I watched in the 80s, but after the 80s, I kind of forgot about it. But it's cool that you got an autograph with a script. I mean, it was a pretty cool show.
I'll be honest, Randel. I love the Dukes of Hazzard, but it's not in the collection yet. The word is yet.
That's another one that I don't think would fly nowadays, because I think they even got into some trouble over the rebel flag being on the top of the car, which was just a bunch of dumb bullshit.
Yeah,
dumb.
Listen, I never agreed with the rebel flag. The show is good, but the rebel flag, I don't think should have been on the car. But Larry says, "You guys ever watched that TV show?" Yes, I watched that as a kid.
That's the question that we just answered first.
That's pretty cool that you got an autograph of the script. I met which one of the Duke brothers did I meet? I met him at a convention. I got his autograph. I didn't get a photo with him because to get a photo with him was way too much, but I did get his autograph. I got Bo. Is Bo the guy, the blonde-haired one, Randel?
I don't know. I don't even remember the characters of that show. All I remember is that there was a woman named Daisy Duke, and there was another woman. I mean, there was another guy named the Colonel, and that's about it.
Yeah, Daisy. She was a hot tamale. Hot tamale. Yeah. Now, I wish I could have met her at the convention, but no, I believe I met Bo, the guy that played Bo, and he was also in Smallville too.
Yeah,
and which is a great show, by the way. So Pretend Stories. I did get his autograph. I'm telling you, like he was charging an arm and a leg to get a photo. You would think a photo would be less. You would think he'd charge more for the autograph, but yeah, that's his name, John Schneider. But I met him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. So yeah.
Yep.
But Randall, those are my two favorite: the rich bitch, and then the wannabe Batman superhero kind of guy.
Yeah.
I never found out what happened to those people. Like I know he does some updates sometimes. He does like an update, like, "Hey, here's what happened in the past, and here's where they are now."
Yeah, like I said, a lot of those YouTubers, when they get on there, they blow up. I
don't even know.
Like the robot guy blew up, and then the Cash Me Outside girl, she blew up major big time. She's got a rap career now.
Now the two I talked about, I don't think they were YouTubers. I just think one guy was insane and thought he was a superhero, and then the other girl was a rich prima donna bitch that didn't want to work. She was lazy and she wanted thousands of dollars, not a month, a week, or some crazy.
No, the superhero guy, he would constantly take selfies of himself with his girlfriend in the background and do the Batman voice. He'd be like, "Hey Jen, what's for dinner?" And she'd be like, "You know what's for dinner." It's like,
"Oh, did he
answer me?" You know,
did
he would take
up?
selfies of himself all the time, and he's blown up. He is blown the F up. Yeah.
Is that the same guy that I'm talking about? The guy that was the wannabe Batman?
I think so. Yeah. And he was like the robot guy. He would never break character.
So maybe he became a YouTuber, but whenever I watched it, I don't think he was a YouTuber at that time. But now I don't know what happened to the rich bitch. You know, like maybe she's still in her bitchy ways. I have no idea.
Oh, she got the G-Wagon.
Did she get the G-Wagon?
She got the G-Wagon.
Well, there it is. Well,
and like some people took a TikTok video of her and said, "Did you get the G-Wagon?" She's like, "Yeah. Once I was on Dr. Phil, I got the G-Wagon." So
so it made it even.
She got it. She got it.
Got that G-Wagon. Well, hey, at least she got it. You know. There.
I think they pumped up G-Wagons so much with that Dr. Phil episode that they sold a lot more G-Wagons. So I think she got not one, but I think she got 2 G-Wagons.
Wow.
She's like, I want to go for the super maxed out version. You know?
I remember she went nuts about it. She's like, "I'm not complete without my G-Wagon." And she kept doing this with her hands. She's like, "I need my G-Wagon, and I will not rest, and I will not stop until I get that G-Wagon, and I will make my mother's life a living hell until I get that G-Wagon."
And, you know, my favorite part of that interview is like when Dr. Phil is like, "Why do you want it?" And she's like, "I just want it." It's like, "Why do you need a car that expensive?" And she goes, "Because I deserve it." And it's like, "I don't even think I need a car that expensive."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What? Well, why not?" She couldn't understand. Like, and he goes like, "That's an item that is too expensive that I don't need. I don't need a G-Wagon."
Well, first of all, she says that she deserves it. Yeah. How do you deserve it? You don't work. You don't do anything. You just make your mother's life a living hell.
Yeah.
You know? She's like, "Oh, I need it. It's mine." And she goes, "I'll get it. I'll do whatever it takes, and I'll get it. I will get that." I can't believe that she got the G-Wagon. That's not only one.
Ryan says, "What the F is this?"
Oh, it's the Fierce Podcast. That's what this is, Ryan.
So are we doing the topics first, or should we move back to the topics? Because I think Ryan came on for the topics, and we did.
We may, Randall. I
mean, one of the topics was updates, right?
Well, I kind of put it off to the side because I wanted to hang out with you for a little while. I'll get back to it.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, because we haven't hung out in a while, Randall. So I wanted to catch up. I may just change the podcast name, "Hanging Out with Randall."
Yeah.
So yeah, because
we were talking about our favorite Dr. Phil episodes, Ryan. Mine was the sexy vegan, and then Cash Me Outside Girl, and then it was let's see, who was the other one?
You had the Catch Me Outside Girl, and then you had the crazy sexy vegan person, and then what was the other one?
The baby Jesus one.
Yeah.
She thought her baby was Jesus, which was priceless.
Yeah, she thought, "Look, nobody else is Jesus. I'm like, it's mine. I have my own baby Jesus."
Yeah.
Now, I never saw that one, Randall, but I remember you telling me about that, and I was like, "Wow, this lady's off her fucking rocker."
Well, the thing about the baby Jesus one is, like, you know, like, I mean, even if she didn't go to Dr. Phil, like, in 9 months when she realizes she's not having a baby, like, that whole episode could have just solved itself without even being an episode. Like, okay, it's been 10 months, you're not having a baby, you're just fat and you got gas. You know, like, babies take 9 months to process, and then, like, if it's 10, 11, 12 months, it's like, obviously you're not having a baby.
So, Randall, I will get into a little bit of a movie talk. Have you seen any new movies worth mentioning lately?
Yeah, I was talking to the dude on the Discord, and he recommended a lot of movies to me. Let's see, I watched The Last of Us, which was a video game before it was a TV show. I watched the first episode of that. It's a long episode. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long.
Now how is that? And kind of give me a 10-second version of what it's about.
Well, it's very interesting because it's a post-apocalyptic movie, but like it's set in 2023, so eventually they're going to come around to explaining why why it's post-apocalyptic, but it's set right now. So I'm thinking like maybe there's like a secret war that nobody knows about, but mostly the Earth has been taken over by zombies, and the main character played by Pedro Pascal is trying to get to his son who is in another district. And if you're caught in between districts, you get hung. So
Oh
there's a
wow!
lot of tension and a lot of
Is it kind of like The Walking Dead or not really?
I would say, yeah, kind of like Walking Dead. It
Walking Dead.
starts in 1963 with an interview on like a 60s show about like how like fungus takes over the brain and it can like substitute your flesh and stuff with its own organism.
Okay.
And then it cuts to 2003 where you see Pedro Pascal and his daughter. And then I don't want to give any more stuff away than that because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But it seems like a really good show. There's only one episode so far, but the episode is like movie length. It's like
it sounds cool. I mean, I love zombie movies. I love The Walking Dead. So if it's anything Walking Dead-ish, then I'd probably get into it.
Yeah, it is. And then the other movie I saw was called The Menu. It was basically about all these food critics go to like an island and they take part in like this dining meal that has like 8 courses. And like as you go throughout the movie, the courses get more and more insane. Like, like first it's like somebody's finger, then it's like, then somebody gets shot and kills himself and he's lying on the floor and they start, doing some food stuff with him.
It's called The Menu?
The Menu, yeah.
Ooh.
And what's really cool about it is the movie is segmented, and this is actually an NLP technique called chunking, where you break the movie up into little chunks. But each segment of the movie is divided into an 8-course meal, and and then like one of the meals is like they get pancakes, and there's like incriminating evidence laser etched into the pancakes. Like so, like one guy's eating the thing, and he sees like his bank records on the thing, and he's like, what the hell is this? And so then like another person has the pancakes and it's a picture of him like
are eating body parts, so there's cannibalism in it.
Yeah, there's cannibalism, and it's a really crazy movie, and there's lots of cool stuff in it, and it's pretty cool.
So that's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, and it's got Ray Fiennes in it, and it's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it. She's a good actress.
Randel,
and then it's also got Nicholas Hoult, who played Beast in the X-Men movies.
Okay, Randel, answer this question because I can't answer this question. Go ahead and read this for me.
Why is Cameo Man laying down? Sit up, son. All right, hold on.
Well, Ryan, maybe he wants to just lay down and relax.
Yeah, I'm just relaxing, but I can sit up.
But if you want Randel to sit up, I mean that's up to Randel. But
I don't mind.
There you are. So Randel, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched anything new. I've watched a lot of old stuff that's new to me. I finally in the Fears movie collection, my brother and his wife got me Chopping Mall.
Uh-huh.
And that's quite the classic, my friend.
Nice.
Just like how you introduced me to Escape from New York, I would never know what Chopping Mall was without Lord Visions. Without Visions telling me about Chopping Mall, oh my God, it was so good. Have you ever watched it, Randel?
No, I never have.
It's funny, but there is horror aspects to it, but it's funny as hell.
Hold on, I need to give the phone to my mom. Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay, no problem. Here, I'll click it on me while Randall's doing that. So I watched that, and then I've been watching a lot of The $6 Million Man. That's a good TV show. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. It's an oldie, but a goodie. So I've been trying to get through basically 3 TV shows right now because I've never watched it all the way through. So I'm trying to get through The $6 Million Man, and then if I'm not watching that, then I'm watching old Star Trek episodes. I've watched some old episodes with my dad, but I'm trying to watch the entire old series from start to finish. So right now I'm on the third and last season of Star Trek. So I've almost got that done. And then right now I'm on the last season. There's 5 seasons of the $6 Million Man. So if you get a chance, watch that. And then the third one is Bewitched, and I'm on season 1 of Bewitched. So yeah, so oldies but goodies. They don't make TV shows like those anymore. I don't know why. They make all this new bullshit, and all the new bullshit is not that good. It's not that good. But anyway, now there's I'd say the newest thing I've watched, like the new Flash. I watched a few episodes of that. Like I rented that from my library. That was pretty good. I didn't watch the whole series, but I watched a couple episodes of the new Flash show. Pretty good. I rented a couple of episodes from my library. Gotham. That's pretty good. But yeah. Pretend Story says, ugh, my ex-girlfriend says I owe her rent from the month I moved out. What a load of BS. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Let's see. Vision says, I saw the preview of Barbie last night before Avatar. It looks stink. Wait, they're making wait, Visions. Is it like a comedy? Are they making is it a cartoon like Barbie? Or is it a real life? Are they doing like a real life like version of
It's
Barbie?
real. It's real. It's got Margot Robbie is playing Barbie.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a real life Barbie, and so someone's gonna play Ken and someone's gonna play Barbie.
Yep.
I
believe Pedro Pascal is playing Ken.
Wow. See, I didn't know this was a thing. Wow. Yeah. And then
there was I saw the trailer on Avatar. The trailer was literally only 30 or 40 seconds long. It was a really short trailer.
Well, Vision said it looks pretty dank, and he also said he watched Avatar too.
Yeah. Avatar 2 was I'm not a hater. I think it was a good movie. I just think there were a ton of unnecessary scenes in it. That movie was a 90-minute movie in a 3-hour movie's body. There was a lot that could have been cut out. The whole opening, the first 15 minutes where it's all narration, that could have been cut out of the movie and it would not have harmed the movie one bit.
Now, see, I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the first Avatar, and the first Avatar is great. I've yet to see the second one. Ryan says, Fears Man, I got you if you want a pod. Definitely 2 differences of life. I'm from the streets, but could possibly be a good
podcaster.
I
think that's what he's saying.
Is he saying that he wants to be on the podcast? Or
I don't know.
I don't get what he's on about. Fears Man, I got you if you want a pod. Definitely 2 differences of life. Oh, he's saying that I am a good podcaster?
I don't know what he's saying.
Okay.
Why don't we ask him? Hey, Ryan, what are you saying?
I'm just curious. I mean, thank you for the compliment, Ryan. I'll be honest. I was sheltered a lot, Randall, as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Because my parents, they care about me and they love me. I didn't leave the nest until I was 35, around 34, 35, because I lived at home. I saved my money. But eventually when I was getting older, I was like, hey, look, it's time I need to leave the nest, So, yeah. But anyway, can you believe this? Pretend Story says his ex-girlfriend says that he owes her money. Pretend Stories, get rid of her. Move on. I don't think you owe her anything, buddy. That's just me.
Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe he owes her everything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's none of Randall's business. It's none of my business. But I sure as hell wouldn't,
Yeah, I tried to give Fierce some relationship advice, but a lot of people called me out on the fact that you don't have a girlfriend, Randy, so what good advice can you give? And I was like,
You
oh,
know,
yeah, you're probably right.
Randall,
Probably
like,
right.
screw what they said. Actually, the advice you gave me was pretty solid.
Yeah.
It was pretty good I mean, I took your advice to heart, buddy. I really did. You know, it doesn't matter if it worked or if it didn't work. I thought it was solid advice.
Yeah.
I really
After Randy just said that, I said, dun, da, dun, dun.
wait. What did you say? And then he said, "What? Wait, what now?"
I think it was about me giving bad advice, and he said, dun, da, dun, 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 da, dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Yeah, but you didn't say anything that bad though.
Yeah.
Ryan says, "Yeah, LOL. Sorry you couldn't understand. I've been working since I was 15 in two different aspects. Could be something great." Oh, so he's saying like
Oh, that he owed her everything is what he's
no,
saying.
no. Ryan's saying that like he's from a different world. I'm from a different world, and that
Well, Pretend Story Time says after I owed her everything, that's when he said dun da dun dun.
oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then he gives us a
pretend stories. I would just say this, like, just part on good terms if you can. You know, like never leave. I'm just the best advice I could give you when it comes to exes is try to end on good terms if it's possible. If it's not possible, you know, then there it is. You know, so yeah. Well, Ryan, I've been working since I was 21. I wanted to do a job in high school, but my mom and dad was like, "Don't worry about a job right now. Worry about getting good grades." So I focused on my studies, and then when I went off to college, that's when I got a job and did my studies.
yeah. Larry Tate says doctors don't have cancer, but they can give you advice. True, true.
Yeah.
And then there's one of my favorite quotes from
Well,
Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, where one of the lead characters goes, "You don't need to taste the donut in order to know that it's sweet."
but you know, Randall, you're a good friend, and you've always given me solid advice. I mean,
I try to give the best advice I can.
yeah, and I've given you solid advice too. Like I've given Randall advice. He's asked me for advice on some things, and I've literally called you in the middle of the night and been like, "Hey, Randall, do you have time to talk? I got to ask you advice on something." You know. Which, by the way, Randall, I want to talk to you after the podcast is done. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right.
I just want to let you know I've had a boatload of stuff to do. I've got so much stuff. I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions right now. So just so
I got
you know.
it. I understand. It's not about the cartoon drawings.
Okay, good.
I wanted to talk to you about something else.
All right.
I was going to ask about the drawings, but what I want to talk to you about,
I think I have 2 or 3 done.
what I wanted to talk to you about, I didn't want to talk about on camera.
All right.
It's kind of personal off camera. So yeah, I just needed your advice on something.
Okay.
Ryan says nice, but some people can't. Oh, you know, I get it, Ryan. If you got to take care of your family, you got to take care. I get it, buddy. Listen, I get it. So, Randy, I cannot wait until the next time we hang out, buddy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it'll be this weekend because the check engine light came on my car. I was talking about that. So, I'm going to have to take it up to the dealership and see what the hell is going on with that. I'll probably do that tomorrow or Friday, depending on how much work I have to do and all that kind of stuff. So I hope it's something minor. I hope it isn't catastrophic. You know, hopefully like, hey, Fears, $8,000. What do you think? And I'm like, ugh, you know. So fingers crossed on that. But maybe next weekend.
Okay.
You doing anything next weekend?
I don't know. It's too early to say. My schedule fills up on a day-to-day basis. I really don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I know I've got a lot of stuff to do.
Well, let me know, buddy, about next weekend. Because we need to hang out. Me and Randall have not physically seen each other. Like, I think the last time I hung out was like last October.
Yeah.
It was somewhere around there.
And if you come, do not touch the frickin' thermostat.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. You know what? Sam caught me doing that at his house too.
Yeah.
It just gets hot down here, man. And Sam's like,
I think you might have high blood pressure or something because you get hot super easy.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind there's times where I don't mind getting, like, I don't mind getting hot, like at the pool because I'm working on my tan. I don't mind getting hot at the beach because the
Yeah.
ocean's by. But any other time, if I'm like if I what the hell, Randall? If that was out of nowhere, that was really out of nowhere, Randall. If I'm in someone's house, I hate getting like stuffy, so I need to learn to ask before I hit the
Yeah. It's best to ask before you change the thermostat in somebody's house.
Sam came up to me one day, and Sam was like, "Fierce, look," he goes, "I don't mind that you change the thermostat, but he's like, it would be nice if you just asked me." And I was like, "You know what, Sam? I'm like, I feel like a bitch. I'm really sorry." And he's like, "It's fine, just ask me because I don't mind going and turning it down." Because I know your mom got upset one time. Like I literally just went over and was like, "All right, 74," and I'd like turn it down to like 70. And you're like, "Fierce, don't do that again." Questions, Randall.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Have you got any more? Oh, that's right. Oh, keep crushing those cans, Randall.
That's the end of the cans.
No, I wanted a few more.
That's all there was.
Darn it, man! I was like, if we can get another 4 or 5 can crushes, that would be great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've been really trying to up my energy lately. I got some energy drinks. I got some salad. I got some healthy food.
Nice, man.
Pineapples and bananas and stuff. So
I'll be honest, I've been trying to eat a lot healthier too, buddy.
Yeah. So
I really have.
And steak is good. I eat a lot of steak. Red meat is good for you. Gets rid of testicular cancer. It's good.
Yeah, right, Randall. Everything is good in proportions, Randall. I'm not saying don't have a steak, but if you ate steak every day, that's a one-way ticket to prostate cancer, my friend.
Yeah.
Vision said that he's eating pineapple right now, too. Yeah. Pineapple's good.
Pineapple is good.
So when did you start eating? Did you start eating healthy recently?
The last 2 or 3 days.
Are you going to get back on your walks, too?
I don't know. Again, the walks take an hour, and you need to do 2 hours for them to be, to have any effect. But like, honestly, I don't have the time. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now. I've got the novel. I've got, I'm helping this one woman at this one restaurant, help her write her book. I'm helping this guy do an Audible audiobook for his thing. And then I've got some other freelance work that I'm doing. So I got tons of stuff to do. Tons and tons of tons.
Well, I would say this, Randall, like get in the exercise when you can. I mean, I know you're.
Well, I mean, the way I prioritize my decision spheres is whatever brings in the highest ROI. So whatever brings in the most money, that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know you get busy. So I'm just saying exercise when you can,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I get busy too. I mean, I've been exercising when I can too. I started back walking and I've been to the gym a couple of times. I need to go more, but yeah.
I was actually going to do a whole video on like my decision-making strategies and stuff. So
nice. Well, Randall, I can't. I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna finish up talking to the fans by myself. Okay. It's 10:17, and
I'm from Arizona, Ryan.
And I still haven't ate any dinner, and I've got work later on tonight. So Randy, let me finish up the podcast, and then I will give you a call.
All right. Well, I mean, my mom's on the phone with her boyfriend right now. So
all right. So I'll call you through Facebook.
All right. Bye.
Just stay online. Anyway,
all right.
Go ahead and plug any whatever you want to plug, Randy.
Visit me on Cameo Man 2021 and the Mirror Magic.
Nice.
And then also buy my book on Amazon, The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. There's a 2 of Hearts card on the cover. That's the way you'll know it's me. Mm-hmm. And then by the 13 Common Writing Picture Mistakes and How to Fix Them Too. Yes, I am aware that mistake is spelled incorrectly. That's part of the joke. And 2 is also a preposition. You don't end a sentence in a preposition. And instead of TOO, which means as well, I put TO. So there's 3 mistakes. Those are purposeful. They're on the cover. And check it out now.
Randy, before you go, I just wanted to say thanks a lot for coming on, buddy. We will hang out Oh, excuse me. We will hang out soon, and let me know about next weekend, buddy. And I wish you luck on the 2 new books, and let me know when you're on your next book. And I will definitely give it a plug, Randy. I will plug all your stuff, and I will call you right after this. So get ready to have a conversation right after this.
Okay, later, bye.
All right, see you later, Randall. Have a good one. All right, guys, that was Randy, the myth, the man, the legend, the one and only, my buddy, my pal, good old Randall. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast tonight. I did have some topics, but I was like, you know what? I'm like, I haven't got to hang out with Randall in a little while. I'm like, let's just bullshit around and just talk. So it was good just to like kind of hang out, talk. I'll probably change the title to this just to be like hanging out with Randall. So good to hang out with you guys. Good to hang out with Randall. Just kind of bullshit around. But yeah, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all of Fears' stuff. FearsMan26 on YouTube, Fears Vlogs on YouTube. Subscribe to my TikTok, FearsMan26. That's actually going really well right now. My TikTok is a booming. So let's get those numbers up. I got an Instagram, FearsMan26. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Anyway, I will fill you in on all the updates and all the other stuff that I was going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, and pretty much what I was going to do tonight, I will do tomorrow. So I'll fill you in on everything, and I will keep you updated on the Fears Mobile. I hope everything's all right on that aspect, but I'll fill you in. I'll let you know. Anyway, it's getting kind of late, so I'm going to do a little editing before I have to go into work. I'm going to get a little snooze. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to get something to eat. And anyway, and I'm getting a little tired. I need to have a little nappy time before work. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. And this is Fears. I'm signing off. And I will see you guys later. Deuces. Peace out.